So, hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Jonnychipz Weekly. This is episode number 51 on Friday, the 17th of December 2021. And you can see that I'm stocking up on Christmas presents. And no, I'm not sponsored by Primark. So, without further ado, this is episode number 51. It's called Family Time. Let's jump straight on in. So, hey everybody, and welcome to another episode. Thanks so much for tuning in on this Friday lunchtime over here in the UK. Hope you've all had a fantastic week. And if, like me, you are on the wind down to the festive period, I've now finished my day job for Christmas, which is absolutely fantastic. It's Friday. It's my daughter's birthday today, so I'm actually up super early here now, just recording this episode before I head off on a surprise visit for my daughter. Stay tuned, you'll see where I'm heading off to this afternoon. But anyway, without further ado, same format this week. Let's just jump on over and we'll start off with our community callouts for this week. So yeah, no real difference in format. Like I say, this week we're going to do community call-outs. We're going to do a bit of Welsh Azure user group, Jonnychipz on the side before we look at the Azure news and updates. Not many community call-outs this week. It's been a bit of a slow week for me this week because I finished a little bit earlier on. Had some downtime, had some relaxation time, so I've not been as active over the socials over the last week or so. But there's some great tidbits of information here now, so if we quickly run through them. As always, December, Friday, the festive tech calendar is still trundling through with some fantastic content being released on a daily basis. Head on over to festivetechcalendar.com and take a look at that. I've managed to catch one or two of the other sessions now. I caught another session on how to make your Windows terminal prompt pretty, which is great, all about that oh my posh and things like that. So head on over festivetechcalendar.com, browse down to the day, and if we look at what's going on today on the 17th, we can see we've got another few sessions being released. But these are all on demand as well. You can click on any day if you've missed some sessions and it'll take you back over to the YouTube channel to take a look at that content. So yeah, fantastic thing. Thanks to everybody involved there. Also, just remember that money has been raised for Girls Who Code. So if you do have any money to spare, please head on over to the Just Giving page. Give what you can. It's fantastic to see they're up at £1,600 now. Still only a third of the target of 5,000. So look, let's help this amazing charity get up to that level that the guys and gals over at the Festive Tech Calendar have set for this event. So huge thanks to everybody that's given so far, obviously. Let's see if we can hit that target. Okay, moving on. Jürgen released this the other day, just retweeted this GitHub repo on IoT Central. Now, it's something that I've been playing a little bit more with lately, and certainly after the Welsh Azure user group session with Olivier Bloch this week that we'll talk a little bit about in a second. It's got me thinking I'm going to really focus on this a little bit more in the new year and see if I can start to use some of the plug and play devices and do a little bit more with IoT Central, in terms of proof of concepts and things like that. So huge thanks to Jürgen for kind of bringing this to my attention. I'm going to take a little look at it in more depth when I get more time. Andy Jones of the Cloud Management User Group has put together this nice little festive calendar just to show what the guys and gals over at the Cloud Management User Group have been up to, and they were always producing some fantastic content. I know Andy, Dean, Dan, Simon, they've always got something to get out there and push out to us for us to have a little look at. So great to see that they've just developed this little calendar to show you what's actually gone out there. If you're not supporting them, go and follow them on Twitter. Go and head on over to their YouTube channel. Follow Andy_69 Jones, and you'll get to this tweet. So yeah, thanks for that, Andy. Super duper. Orin Thomas just reminded us that the AZ800 and 801 are in beta right now. There was a link on this Cloud blog article that you could get 80% off. I'm not sure if that's still out. I'm not going to sit these exams in beta. I'm going to give it a little bit of time, but I certainly will be sitting them at some point in the new year. So just a quick heads up, if you were looking to sit the exams, go and try that code, see if you can get that 80% off. You've got until the 10th of January, so there may be some codes left. So go and check that out. And thanks for Oren for bringing that to our attention. As always, big shout out for Shabazz. He's having his second book published on AVD in the new year. Study guide for AZ 140. Fantastic to see, and really great to see some brilliant people across the community doing some fantastic things, and obviously pushing this information out for us all to kind of get better from. So thanks, Shabazz, and congratulations. Look forward to seeing that book. And finally, great guest this week on Welsh Show User Group. Just wanted to retweet this purely because of the ease of use with the Azure Percept Dev Kit. And again, it's on my shopping list. I'm not sure if Santa's going to bring me my shopping list. It gets bigger on a daily basis. But I mean, in terms of using the Azure Percept Dev Kit to connect to the internet and over 5G, things like that, great blog article there. So if you are interested, go and follow Olivier and go and check that out. So there we go. There's our community callouts for this week. Okie dokie. Like I say, I'm going to try and keep this episode short and concise as possible this week because obviously there's things going on. I say it's my daughter's birthday. I've got places to be. Okay, so let's go and head on back over now and take a look about what's been going on in the world of the Azure Welsh Azure User Group this week. On Wednesday, we had the amazing Olivier Block on to show us all about simplifying IoT. So really took us through some fantastic demos using the Wio terminal and some other bits and pieces, including IoT Central, with how we can build up these IoT and how easy it is really to integrate IoT with AI and even edge IoT at the edge sort of services into our everyday business requirements. So really great session from Olivier, so thanks for that. And then we were joined by the fantastic Mike Pfeiffer that really gave us all a bit of food for thought in terms of how we take control of our own career. Certainly a poignant time at the end of the year when people are making resolutions for the new year and starting to focus and a little bit of their time maybe on personal development or changing their career. I urge you to go and rewatch that talk. It was a fantastic evening. Darren, thanks so much for joining us. Tweeted out, retweeted my tweet. We had Olivier. You can see there some fantastic demonstrations, and of course Mike talking us through all of those kind of brilliant hints and tips in terms of how you actually do take control of your own career. So yeah, go and check that out. As always, if you did miss the episode, all of our Welsh Show User Group sessions are on the YouTube channel in the playlist below, so go and check them out. Like I say, that was a fantastic event this week. Really enjoyed it. Two superb guests. So go and check that out and have a watch and ponder what you're going to get up to for the new year. But into the new year, speaking of the new year, we've got our January event being set up already. We've got the amazing Aidan Finn, who's going to come on and talk to us about introducing the Azure Image Builder. And then we got Alpa coming on to talk to us about Azure SQL, and in particular using DevOps and Azure SQL. So really looking forward to that. Please do bookmark the date. Head on over to the meetup page and RSVP, the 19th of January. It'll start around 6:30 p.m. GMT, so time over here in the UK. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing you all at that event. And thanks for everybody that's given all the support this year in 2021 to the Welsh Show User Group. It's really been truly appreciated so far. Okie dokie, and moving swiftly on, we will see what have I been up to this week. Like I say, it's been pretty much a quiet week for me, I think, because primarily I've been, breaking it down for Christmas in terms of work, getting stuff ready for the kids, and obviously present wrapping and all that good stuff over the last few days. So kind of had my head out of the social media for a little bit of time, which is not a problem. I mean, we all need some downtime. So yeah, let's head on over to see actually what have I been up to. So firstly, I just want to say thanks to my guests last week on Jonnychipz in Conversation with the amazing Andrew Brown. Again, it was a fantastic chat. Andrew's got his own skills training company, Exam Pro. He's a CEO. He's got some fantastic training courses out there. But this conversation we went on not just around skills, but we went on talking about all the futures and the tech and the tech of the future, if you like, in terms of meta and VR and AR and all of that great stuff. So it was a fantastic talk, and Andrew was a fantastic guy. So if you did miss that, go and check that out. But it is Friday. We've got another episode coming out today, and it's none other than the amazing Jürgen. So Jürgen joins me this evening, 6:30 p.m. GMT, where we talk all around Jürgen's career, his take on community and health. Battling with health conditions and health concerns whilst keeping a day job running. Some really insightful and candid sort of information that Jürgen discusses in this episode, and it's quite poignant for those people, and that maybe we don't see behind the scenes in everybody's lives, exactly the challenges and struggles that people do have to kind of contend with. So look, if you're around later on tonight, unfortunately I won't be joining this one for the first time in the entire year. Like I say, I'm going to be somewhere else. I'll probably tweet about it later, but at this particular moment in time I will be sat somewhere, so I'll be struggling to get on myself. But please do watch, join in, share, let everybody know about this session, and looking forward to that one getting released later tonight. In other news, my son plays ice hockey. I found myself sat in cold ice rinks for a period of time over the last few weeks. It's great fun, but obviously it's time consuming. We're back to this dad's taxi service now. So in fact, that's what's happening again over this weekend. So I think I'll be finding myself in London in a few hours' time, and then winging my way up to the wonderful city of Glasgow on Sunday. So all in the aid of ice hockey and kids sports. In other news, got the 3D printer back up and running, and there was some controversy about this 3D print. Actually, I think it was brought up by Simon and a few others on the socials about actually using PLA for food things. So these are cookie cutters, Christmas cookie cutters, but apparently PLA, when it's printed, can form little grooves and gaps that food stuff can get stuck in, and obviously there's a hygiene issue there. So very well pointed out. And of course, when you put them in any dishwasher or anything like that, there's a chance that they're going to melt away. But anyway, point taken. I've not keeled over just yet, but absolutely. So I got cookie cutters, but just be a little bit mindful if you do want to do the same thing. Obviously printed off some snowflakes for the Christmas spirit, and currently it's sat there now. You can probably just about hear it, finishing the print off for my moon lamp. So I'm looking forward to that, and quite an interesting concept, whether or not I can get a little Pico Pi in there, and some RGB maybe. We'll see how I get on with that. And finally, it is Christmas vacation. I am off work officially now, finished work for 2021. Like I say, it's my daughter's birthday today, so many happy returns to my daughter. She turned 14, so we're going to be doing something fun now as a family this today and into this evening. But hopefully you get the time to switch off now over the Christmas period. I know I certainly will be. Spend time with family. It's that time of year. I've had a pretty rough year, I think it's probably fair to say, with losing my mum earlier on in the year. So it's going to be a poignant one for me and my family. The first time without my mum around at Christmas, which she absolutely adored and loved. So it's going to be a little bit of a sad affair, I'm sure, at points across the season. But I'm going to dwell on the happy memories, of course, and look forwards to what the new year is going to bring us all. So keep that air of optimism. Get your goals set for the following year. Get those targets set and really jump into them with all the positivity that you can. Ignore the negativity. There's quite a bit of negativity I've seen flying around social medias. All I can say to people that kind of really want to, those people that really want to kind of bring out the negative things all the time, just give it a rest. Yeah, come on, please. Think of the positive side of things, glass half full, not empty. Yeah, if you've got an agenda, good for you. Great, get on with it. Let's just all get on with things. Anyway, jump down off my soapbox for now. Have a great Christmas. Let's jump on over to the Azure news and updates. Yes, okie dokie. So, closing part of the show is always the Azure news and updates. So, without further ado, let's see what's going on. Good morning. This is the Azure News and Updates. I am John Lunn, aka Jonnychipz, and let's take a little look about what's been released this week. So yeah, we've had probably about a dozen, 14 or so updates this week, some GA announcements and some private or public preview announcements. So let's just jump across. Like I said, I'm not going to dwell on these too much, just read through and see what we've got then. So first up, Azure HPC. So Cycle Cloud 8.2.1 is now generally available. The release contains a number of Slurm improvements. So there's a list there. So Cycle Cloud Slurm 2.5 has been updated to. Take a look at that. If that is something that you're currently using, take a look at that. So it's good to see that we've got a new version of that. HPC Cache is now generally available in Germany West, Central, and US West 3 regions. Then we've got Azure Cache for Redis. The diagnostics for connected clients has gone generally available. Public preview. So Microsoft Defender for Containers adds the new capabilities for Kubernetes, which is cool to see. So that ability to protect Kubernetes run services. Great to see. Fantastic to see that that's out in public preview. So go and check that out if you are interested. Another in preview announcement is Azure Stream Analytics jobs to write to Azure database for Postgres SQL. That's gone into public preview now. So great to see. Go and check that out. Now available Azure database for Postgres SQL. So Hyperscale Citus, now, the new toolkit certifications are generally available. In preview, Azure Cosmos DB. So Python SDK async IO support is in public preview. And we've also got public preview of Azure AKS, so Azure Kubernetes Services, the configuration management with GitOps. Generally available is the UI library for Azure Communications Services. So that's actually interesting. So the UI library for ACS, it provides developers chat and calling UI components and turnkey composites. So whether it's an enterprise building a line-of-sight business app or an ISV building any kind of custom solution, the UI library can help developers with faster time to market and ongoing maintenance for communication experience within the applications. That's cool to see. So there's a user interface library sample there that you can take a look at, and to be able to bring those components into your applications is cool. I really need to get onto this, to be honest. I really want to play with this a little bit more. So great to see. Public preview, so Windows Server guest licensing offer for the Azure Stack HCI. So basically to facilitate guest licensing for Azure Stack HCI customers, Microsoft have announced the new offering that brings simplicity and more flexibility for licensing. So the new Windows Server subscription for Azure Stack HCI is available in public preview as of the 14th of December this year. The offer will allow you to purchase unlimited Windows Server guest licenses for your Azure Stack HCI cluster through your Azure subscription. You can sign up and cancel anytime. Preview pricing is $0, nothing, free until GA. So at GA, you're going to be charged $23.60 per physical core per month. So yeah, it's great to see that you've got the ability to do that guest licensing for HCI as well. Generally available, Azure SQL has had its usual December updates, so take a look at those. Automated key rotation in Azure Key Vault has now gone into public preview. We've also got placement policies are now generally available for Azure VMware Solution. And finally, soft delete for blobs capability for Azure Data Lake Storage is now generally available. So there we go. Thanks so much for tuning in. That has been the Azure News and Updates for this week. Okay, so thanks so much for everybody for tuning in this week. It's been a little bit of a short one, concise one, 20-minute video this week. I had to rattle through a few of these things. Like I said, I'm recording this really quickly, not to miss the cadence of the Friday release for this video. I'm off, jumping in the car literally as soon as I've got this sorted today for some interesting travels with my daughter for her birthday and the rest of the family, of course. So anyhow, hope you have a fantastic weekend. I know for some you're going to be working next week and probably over the weekend as well. So have a great great last week. Maybe you are working over the Christmas period. I hope everybody gets some time off. I really do. I think everybody needs some time off around Christmas, but you know, I mean, for one, my partner works shifts. She sometimes is working across Christmas. Luckily for us, she's off over Christmas, so really looking forward to having that nice family time. Like I said earlier, after this year, I think it's one of those things. I think we're going to dwell on it a little bit. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Have a great weekend. We'll catch up next week. It's Christmas Eve in 1 week's time. Can you believe it? Anyhow, have a good one. See you all soon. Thanks for watching. Why hasn't the button worked?